Hello everybody, welcome to another late night video because it is close to midnight and I should have done this earlier today. But I'm starting Vlogmas again and I wanted to do it to basically catch up with all the TV stuff from this year, well the second half of the year because I've literally lost track of everything. So this is my recap / review for part 1 of the Gossip Girl reboot I've been watching on HBO Max. Honestly, it is better than I expected. The 3 episodes of part 2 came out last week. The next 3 are coming out later, like after midnight. The release schedule is really weird. But I wanted to review part 1 for you guys. And then Friday, I'm going to review... Well, actually, no. Thursday, I'm reviewing part 2. Because I need to get that ahead. I have a whole schedule planned. So, starting off, the new Gossip Girl... It's different, but more socially aware. I think they wanted to separate from the OG one because you have not only a new class of characters, but you also have a new world. You have people who are more aware of things. You know, we have Me Too. We have Black Lives Matter. We also have a little bit of the pandemic from in there, like once in a while, but not really mainly focused on. We have the wealth gap being aware as well. So you have these characters who are aware of this. Also, you see me lick my lips a lot. My mouth is hella chapped. It is winter outside, and it's just been rough for me. Had to put that in there. So we have our cast of characters. Now, the main central part of this story is our Blair and Serena, kind of. It's basically Julian and Zoya. They are half-sisters. We find on the first episode. They have the same mom, different dads. That's a whole other part of the story. So basically, the first half, they're kind of semi at war because you have Gossip Girl basically making them the center of the beginning of their reign. And Gossip Girl is different this time because us as the audience already know who it is. And it's more than one person. So basically, we have them basically use these two as the focal point and basically put them against each other. Now, there's other forces there. There's Julian's, at this point I say on and off boyfriend, Obi. Basically, he fought for Zoya, as we can tell from the trailer. Basically, it's a love triangle we have in there. We also have Julian's friends. We have Luna and Monet, who are basically her PR team, which I wish they get more screen time. We have her best friend, Audrey, and her boyfriend Aki. We also have Max, who is the friend of the group who is pansexual, and we have a little bit of a semi-love triangle with there too. So we have a lot of the classic teen drama tropes. We got the love triangle, we got siblings at war, we got high school drama, along with this new age of social media. So what makes this different and kind of makes it kind of a little bit better is that Gossip Girl is in the social media age. It's not just a blog now. And it's kind of funny how they look up blogs in 2021. It's like, wait, this is a blog? We've seen this in years. I'm like, damn. I mean, the blogs are kind of digitized now, but my God, they're still here. So what makes it different is because we have characters who are actually aware of things and kind of know their roles. And I'm going to let y'all know it doesn't start getting a little juicy till episode 4. And, I feel like the first half was made to basically establish our characters or who they are and kind of what the story is. I think the writers took the critiques of the first half, and then when it went to the second half, they put that right back in and took the criticism and made it better. I'm going to mention it in my part 2 review tomorrow. So part 1, honestly, we start off with the introduction of Zoya and Julian. They made this plan to basically have her move here, get a scholarship for the school, and so that they can be together as sister because their mom, unfortunately, passed away the day Zoya was born by lupus. So childbirth, it was a classic thing. Zoya feels guilt. It's a lot. Overall, my favorite episodes were episode 4 through 6, honestly, because, and that's kind of one of the main criticisms I have, is that it started off slow. And some of the characters we want to see don't get enough screen time. So hopefully, we get more. Now, I keep talking about part 2, but, it kind of ties into part 1. Part 1 was the establishment of the characters. Part 2 is basically the nitty gritty of the story. So this first 6 definitely laid the groundwork. it made it to where it's its own story and it's a continuation. You have a couple of OG characters come in and out of these episodes as well. And that's definitely something you definitely see a mirror of characters with this cast. You know, the Serena of the group, I would say, is Julian. The Blair, I say Audrey. Chuck Bass is a Max, but only Max is actually having a conscience. He's not terrible as Chuck. The Dan of the group, I would say, yeah, Dan is definitely Obi. And then, what's his name? Chase Crawford's name. Nate. Yes, Nate. I feel like Zoya is Nate, because it's like, girl, you on scholarship, but you over here wearing doggone $55 Doc Martens, or however much Doc Martens are. My friend mentions Doc Martens all the time whenever she pops up wearing them in the episode. So yeah, so she's basically the Nate of the group. So you now have kind of the mirror, but also they're their own individual characters. And you actually see some character growth over the first 6 episodes. And you got the continuation of that in part 2. You see character growth from episode 1 to episode 6. You see a growth in the characters on how they started versus, you know, where they are out of episode 6 with the Gossip Girl being put in. You now have, you know, kind of basically people being confronted with exposing their, you know, stuff. Their stuff's getting exposed and they have to expose their true feelings. So that's kind of concurrent with this one. For part 1, it is a slow starter, like I said, but definitely episode 4 is where the bar starts rolling, and definitely part 2 is going to get to the nitty gritty. I'm going to review that. I'm also going to do a podcast episode for season 1 on a Zillennial podcast. That's going to be an additional episode for you guys. So yeah, overall, part 1, definitely, I'll say a 3.5 out of 10. No, not 10, 5. 3.5 out of 5. You know, it was a slow start, but it got better. The story's good. You know, it's not an exact copy of the original, but it's its own story and kind of has its own footing. It's getting the works of that. I'm glad it's coming back for season 2. I just want to warn y'all, we probably won't get season 2 for a while because they have not started production yet. And some of the cast are already on other projects right now, so we may not get them until like next summer. Also, the Omicron variant is out here doing the damn mess. So let's pray that we get to filming in January. So that's pretty much my first video of Vlogmas for you guys. I promise I'll do this earlier to where there's actual sunlight and not just my bedroom lamp to the side giving me light. Anyway, you go, peace out, my love. Have a great day. Bye.